this guy, I think his name is Jake Tran.
Watch Jake Tran.
Jake Tran.
Shout out to Jake Tran, someone that we really admire. He is probably the most entertaining, informational YouTube page on the planet.
Yes, best info or edutainment I've ever seen.
This is how to make the most money on YouTube, but you have to sell your soul. Jake Tran, between the year 2021 and 2022, was the fastest growing YouTube channel on YouTube. This video is about how Jake Tran became one of the most evil YouTubers in the world, and how, in my opinion, he popularized the plague that is YouTube automation right now, that has blown up in the past year with the rise of AI, and how you can make money with YouTube automation, but it's not what you think. After this intro, I'm telling you the exact strategy Jake Tran used to get from 300k subscribers to 1.8 million subs in 2 years. Jake Tran started out like a lot of us, a young man struggling through his teenage years, knowing that as a man you have to figure something out, how to make money, how to provide, and how to make a name for yourself. So he was really into tech channels and a finance YouTuber that you may know called Graham Stephan. I like him, he's one of my favorites. And he was inspired to make a channel himself. But after 2 years he only had 5,000 subs, therefore discouraging him, and he quit YouTube to go to school and take the traditional route. Do a normal job. As time went on, he didn't like the 9-to-5 rat race. It was eating away at him, and Jake, although he was making good money as an engineer of some sort, he didn't stop studying in the side. As time went on, he didn't like the 9-to-5 rat race, and it was eating away at Jake. You could see that he was making a lot of money, but he just didn't like what he was doing. It was only about 6 months that he was working that job, and while he was making good money, he wanted to do something more. So while he was working there, he was still studying and reading books, doing his thing, reading books on finance and content strategy. And this is where he credits a lot of his success to a book called The Blue Ocean Strategy. It's basically a book about crafting your own niche based off what's already successful, and to create your own special market. In this way, you avoid competition and you create your own monopoly, creating a blue ocean. The philosophy there is that right now there's a lot of markets that are red oceans, basically just bloodbaths. And so through this strategy, you create your own blue ocean and are able to fish all day. Plenty of fish for you because you're the only one. It's your blue ocean.
You look at your competitors, you list out all the attributes that make up their products. In this case, it's a video, so the length of the video, how entertaining is it, how much selling do they do in the video, how much of a personal connection you have with the creator, etc. And I basically took the stuff that I liked, removed the stuff that I didn't like, changed some stuff that I didn't like, and added other stuff that people never thought about. And the result, I still have a picture of this little sketch that I made of the strategy. The result was kind of the channel I have today. Where there's really no one really competing with me.
For example, if you start on YouTube and you want to make Mr. Beast videos, you can't just copy Mr. Beast because he basically has a monopoly on Mr. Beast videos. He's already doing it at such a high level that you'll never reach it. There's a lot you can learn and take from watching Mr. Beast and taking philosophies and principles from his videos and putting it into your videos, but you can never be just like him. You have to add something new.
That's why copying doesn't work. That's why in YouTube, you need to innovate just like any other business. If you truly understand and internalize this concept, you will be set for life. And when you copy someone, there's an inherent ceiling you can reach, which is how big the person you're copying is.
Sure. So Jake Tran took Graham Stephan's ability to speak and deliver information, mixed it with the infotainment channel presentation, I'm gonna butcher it, but Kurzgesagt in the nutshell. And the X factor at the end of the day was the edgy topics and thumbnails about crime, corruption, money, and war. So this is a blue ocean strategy. It allowed him to grow from 300 to 1.8 million subscribers in just 2 years. It's crazy. And so you're gonna say, Jan, well, this seems like a great success story. What makes him evil? Hey, we'll get that in a second, but in order to understand why he's evil, we have to understand content creation and YouTube automation to an extent.
The product was Jake Tran documentaries on money, power, and crime. Now he was distancing Jake Tran from the business so he could be less involved. He began having either team members or outsourced narrators read his scripts for him, removing his voice from his own videos, and the channel that existed as an extension of himself. Though, being who he is, he was doing this in a very measured manner. For people to understand how cynical of a move this is, I first must again explain to you the dynamics of how YouTube works. It's much more interesting when you know exactly what he's doing and why he's doing it in this way. On YouTube, there is a golden rule that if you plan to grow, you must first learn and learn it fast. The first 30 to 60 seconds of a video are the absolute most pivotal of the entire video. It matters the most. You could describe this as make or break. A mediocre hook in the intro versus a good hook can be the difference between a 500 view video and a 500,000 view video. The difference between a great hook and a good hook can be 500,000 versus 5 million. Jake knew his audience is there for him. He knew the intro is incredibly important, which is why when the transition started, he carried it out in this manner. He voices the intro, he gets you hooked into the video, and by the time he changes to the outsourced voice, you are already invested in the story. He has you captivated by what he has promised is to come. You are therefore less likely to click off the video, and he's already got you.
In my opinion, this all started with Jake Tran. He got popular by doing faceless documentary style videos. But where he went wrong was the very beginning. The channel is named Jake Tran, and he has his face as the profile picture. From the very beginning, as he started trying to figure out content, yes, he figured out that faceless documentary style videos was what got him popular and what he was good at. But at the end of the day, the channel is still Jake Tran. It's still his voice and it's still his picture that you see. You tune in, you see a Jake Tran video, and you're like, man, I want to hear that Asian dude. You know, it's not just like, it's still a brand. It's still something associated with it. So if you start taking that out, then negativity comes from that. So this is the problem with Jake Tran. He made a YouTube channel to do documentary style videos on power, crime, corruption, war, etc. Then he would take those videos and put an ad in those videos for something very similar to what he was shitting on in the video, to sell to his viewers, to sell to viewers that he made a connection with. It's still his name, his brand, his face, his voice. This is what connected people to him, on top of the fact that he was making good content. So there's a human connection to this. He was a traitor. I don't know what the word is. He was a traitor to that human connection, because although it's his prerogative to delegate some of these positions of his YouTube channel out, he went as far as delegating the voice of his YouTube channel and is literally spoon-feeding the same bullshit that he's spewing in his videos to his viewers for them to buy.
Once his videos started to hit guaranteed numbers of views, such as a few 100,000 each, he started to find sponsors for every release, which is not entirely uncommon, but that is not the problem. Where many creators will pick and choose what they promote to their audience, Jake didn't care and still doesn't. Whether other creators who don't promote these things that they deem harmful are doing it out of fear of losing their audience or out of an actual moral or ethical choice is not something I can say. But what I can say, Jake did not have this quandary. What surprises me is not that Jake took one of these sponsors, not at all. It's that to this day, he takes the sponsors for every video and even picks the sponsors specifically for the video. He will tell you how the lottery is evil and rigged, while also telling you to click the link in the video description to go and join the lottery, accepting tens of thousands of dollars to do so.
Lotteries are predatory. They play on our psychology to suck us dry of our hard-earned money. Play the no-lose lottery by pausing the video and clicking the link below. Back in the Wolf of Wall Street days, you would just shove penny stocks down people's throats and take a giant commission. A few years back, it might have been selling a stock trading bot or a forex trading bot that supposedly makes you money while you sleep. But today we have something even better, even more tempting. A crypto trading bot. And the product itself is actually legit. You can set up your own custom bots based on your parameters, deploy them to start trading automatically with your money, see the trades come in, and withdraw your money.
So here you have a YouTuber who built an audience off of his brand, his name, and his face, exposing big bad companies, but as soon as he started getting big, slowly try and take away every human aspect of why you connected with him and his channel in the first place, while spoon feeding you ads from those same shady businesses that he was exposing in his videos, while also trying to separate himself from his work as much as possible so he couldn't take the blame for it at the end of the day. So what can we learn? We can learn that the blue ocean strategy is a way to carve out your niche, see what things are working, take the best parts of them, and then make them yours, and make them conjoin them to make something unique. And then also, YouTube automation is totally a strategy that works, but you have to do it right, and it's not as simple as it's being sold by every guru out there. There are a lot of similarities with running a normal channel, and it either takes a team of people or one person doing 5 different jobs. Can AI assist you? Absolutely. But is it automated? Absolutely not. YouTube automation is a lie. This is why I say this. I had somebody reach out to me the other day. They wanted to have a coaching session with me, and they put in their description that they wanted to talk about YouTube automation. They wanted to make 3 to 5K a month off of it, etc. And then I said, listen, man, let me make a video first, because I feel like anyone that's going to come and ask me or ask most people about YouTube automation, they think that in their head, because it literally says automation, is like, oh, this is free, like let's just do an automation channel and it'll just be free money later on. Like, it's not how it works. It's not automated at all. It's actually, it's as intricate, if not more intricate, than running a channel with a face on it. Because you're immediately starting with and running a team. You're either doing all 5 jobs yourself, or you're running a team for the YouTube automation channel. In a lot of ways, running a YouTube channel and running a faceless channel are the same. YouTube automation is not automated at all. Either you need to put in work, or your money will put in work to put. Damn it! Either you need to put in work, or your money will put someone to work for it. Which means you need to find and hire these people, or do it yourself. If you have money to start with, then you can pay people to do the video for you. You're going to need an editor. You're going to need a voiceover artist. You're going to need a thumbnail artist. You're going to need a script writer. You're going to need a researcher. And somewhere in there, someone needs to be the creative to put it all together. So either you hire these people out, or you do it yourself. That is YouTube automation. It's not automated. Yes, are there AI tools that we can use these days that became popular in the last 6 months to a year? Absolutely. We can absolutely use AI to help as a tool. But it doesn't work for us. It's not a complete automation. You still need to provide quality content. ChatGPT can write you a script, but AI prompting is a whole skill that you need to learn on top of that in order to really make it work and come out with a script that doesn't feel lifeless. So, this YouTube automation trend comes along with the fact that this concept of faceless channels started popping up, started trending in the last couple of years. Then AI started trending in the last year to the last couple of months. And then you put this all together to make this term called YouTube automation that every fucking influencer is baiting you with. So if you hear this term and they don't explain to you that like there's actually work behind it, don't fall into the trap of YouTube automation. It's not real. It's a scam. It's all a fucking scam, dude.